What do brands like Harry's, Gymshark, Daily Harvest, Huel, or Casper have in common? They all started as direct-to-consumer or D2C companies and relied fully on e-commerce for their massive growth. In this video, I'll go through what direct-to-consumer means and why you should make it your main business model if you are considering launching a business. Direct-to-consumer is a sales strategy that consists in selling items directly to customers without the use of middlemen like wholesalers or retailers. This can be done in several ways. The most popular one is by using a headless e-commerce website, which is a cheap and fast way to implement. But there are also examples of larger companies like Nike or Apple who also have physical direct-to-consumer stores, where only products of their brand are being sold. There are some clear benefits of adopting such a business model. 1. You get higher margins. By cutting the middleman, costs get significantly reduced, giving extra margins to the business. Companies therefore can offer lower prices while keeping a healthy margin or decide to cash in all that extra profit. 2. It gives the brand end-to-end control. By moving to a D2C model and removing retailers, the company gets full control on the pricing of their products, how customer service is done, which products to have on the shelf, and on how to deliver the brand messaging for each channel. And 3. Better customer relationship. Since there are direct transactions with your customer, it's easier to get consumer feedback and data about your products. This allows companies to improve their offerings, which over time will build a solid customer loyalty. That's why every day more and more companies are shifting towards a D2C model. In fact, D2C online sales in US grew from $76 billion in 2019 to $129 billion in 2021, and they are expected to reach a value of $175 billion by 2023, which is quite crazy to think. That's more than a 125% increase in just 4 years. And one of the main reasons of this massive growth is how easy it is nowadays to set up an e-commerce website. With services like Shopify or Wix, practically anyone with a product can directly start selling them to customers online. This is essentially how companies like Dollar Shave Club, Blue Apron, or Daily Harvest started their journey. Can you imagine if Dollar Shave Club would have followed the classic approach of selling via retailers? It would have been practically impossible to get any shelf space next to giants like Gillette. But by running a D2C business model, the company now had a fair chance of competing against Gillette and eventually growing the company to a value of over $1 billion. That's why more and more companies are shifting to D2C and why you should consider D2C as your first option if you want to start a company in this digital age. And you should also consider subscribing to this channel if you'd like to see some tips on how to grow your D2C business. Thanks for your attention and see you next time.